We have Penny with Wildenton's buff cards, Plated Sealed Daedalus. That is a Sin of Shadow, Sin of Scourge Birds, yeah, Arcus. So I need to kill the Scourge Birds on the bottom or middle floor. Top floor is way too late. Bottom floor can suck sometimes because there's a pair. There's one of the ways that has two of them. And a Sap Seraph, which is not the greatest. Hey D, how's it going, man? Should you be sleeping? Or not sleeping? Are you on the bike? You got 2 Packed Morsels, 2 Wildwood Saps, and a Prison Retrieval. These are strong cards. Feel good about this. We're just going to have to work out how we're going to deal with the Shade Wings in the Seraph fight and the second heavy. But bossing is usually taken care of with those. Thorn Fruit is pretty strong. Man, first Hell Pact is super strong for Umbra. Thorn Fruit solves a lot of problems throughout the game. I think we do it. We don't have... Man, you want to take the... Especially if you get a spike. But... And things like Kindle. You much as GTA 5 try to put you to sleep. That's the equivalent of just doing a cops marathon, isn't it? Yeah, weekend's been good, man. Been strong. Been strong. Glutton versus Monstrous. Trample's really interesting here with the root seeds. I'd rather just gorge it up. Let's do that. Enemies on each floor. We do have a Thorn Fruit, which is not going to help us by any stretch of the imagination in this one. And I'd love to take this. We get 2 lifesteal. We do get 2 lifesteal, and we kill the first one. And the second one. Alright, let's do it. Does mean we're going to leak 6 damage. We just don't want top floor to get minimized. Good. I do need to grow Penny and not block, so especially with the lifesteal, we just start growing Penny. Get rid of Steward. Play the Wildwood Sap. I'm not going to draw through the deck, so just play the Wildwood Sap. Steward's not going to do anything. And that keeps us pretty healthy. We are not getting that collector though. No point holding on to that. Let's just put it there. I said leak 6. It's leak 8. Yeah, that's fine. This guy, though, he's a problem. I'm gonna have another one of them as well. Would we have done differently? I don't think we get this guy anyway. Without, we would have thrown some stings into that guy, maybe, but then we would have leaked both of these. We're going to leak both of these anyway. That's pretty rough. Unless we put a Steward behind Penny. just to take out 5 damage, but then we don't get any more morsels up here. Are we okay with that? I think we are. We kill in 2 turns. You're righto. That saves us 5 health. Let's just get that out of the deck. Almost get through. We should put that on him. Not the greatest start. I think there's an outside chance. So we can't put the Steward here if we don't take the trial. We do have 3 turns for the guys to get to the top. But we need to feed Penny. But there's an outside chance we kill off the first one and then save 5. And then we can put a Stew up here. And save another one, maybe take 5 only. But if it doesn't happen, you end up taking 10 from that. Should have been putting that on the back as well. We also still wouldn't have got Collector either. There's, I'd say 10 health for the 75 gold. Kind of worth, really. I want to morsel up, but I think hitting backline is better. And Tumbra's good too. Plus it morsels up as well. We don't need a sting. I wonder if we could do this with Sharpen. Wow, Penny with spikes. That could be a play. It's only good for like true backline units, like the real little fellas. But it's okay. It doesn't help against double heavies. So we'll need to sort out those. We could just go spells. Alright, let's see what happens. It's a bad answer for this, but it's an answer. The other options get a quick plant. So like a Husk Hermit. The issue is you've got to beat the sap though. So you constantly have to buff, or you go for a Shattered Shell but you don't have the health. You just go large quick. And there's quick. So go Penny mid, Animus top. Quick Animus could be alright then. And then once we get enough spikes on... Plus then, once you get enough spikes on Penny to deal with the backline, you just start putting them on Animus. Not so much for the spikes, just for the 4 attack. So we either take the 25 here, which is pretty bad. I think we need the large. Just hit that Merchant of Steel. Roll for large. Should be fine. Pyre Absorbers. What's the plan on the Pyre Absorbers? A 245 incants with an archer and a healer. And the boss gets an archer and a healer as well. Can we get up to 245? 5 and quick? Yeah, we could be. We need to get one buff on the Animus then. Are we doing that for 10 gold? That's the question. Are we doing that for 10 gold? I think I'm trying to do that for 10 gold. And that means I'm not killing the archer on the back line either. Alright, let's... Alright. So I think if it's a gold trial there, not a unit, then maybe. Then it's a maybe. Let's see what we get out of that first. That's actually really good there, but we do want to grow Penny. Be on 25, which isn't enough. But that's fine, and you can block there. Good. Yeah, let's throw it up. Stewie there. I should have given Stewie the health actually, I think. We need to get these out of the deck and get our Umbra Assault in. As we just shuffled too, we'll play the X-Cost card to for 0. Sharpen never showed up. Just to draw the Steward. That way we don't draw it next turn. Because I want to get the Umbra Assault. Just to kill this archer. We will draw it for because we're going to draw 8, which is the rest of our draw pile. So we'll be able to kill that, and then the Animus will take it out. The 1 health is really valuable here, plus the damage shield. That's probably just enough. Hey Teed, you've arrived! And that's that. Penny can just win on her own. Oh, almost. And there's the Umbra Assault. Turns out we didn't need it. Doing great, man. Spent some time, did up a new graphic for the TOG screen. I think it looks alright. You reckon? Got the bracket done up. organised and got the okay for a Super Saturday mid-month stream. Let's go ahead and take a Space Prism. Fine Grass for backline movement seems good. Don't want to take another Sharpen, but I think I do want to modify the one we have. I'm going to try and get large for our plant. I've heard that about Cultist Simba from a lot of people. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see too many people that usually play high-level strategy games playing it to develop strategies. And a lot of the people that I had spoken to about it that said it wasn't that good are the people that usually play lower-level strategy levels in strategy games. So maybe they're just missing the... Oh, good. Large stone. Just get large stone and quick forehead. Severo, you've arrived. How you doing, dude? We just use this to get rid of a Stubby. Or do we want to get rid of a spell? Oh, no. Let's get rid of a Stewie then. Alright. Man, we could even save that Stewie for Seraph. I'm great, man. Having a great time. We got lots of plans happening. We got obviously Tomb Raider on Tuesday. We'll get Path of Exile tomorrow as well. Got to finish off our Radis run to finish off today. We made it through to what would have been a victory, but with the new DLC they added a 6th zone. So our victory's been delayed by 1. It's a wiki unlocker. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, so we'll finish Aratus. We're going to have a look at Ring of Pain this week. So I don't know if I'm going to do that as the Wednesday game. I'm going to keep this guy, I think. If we need him somewhere, we need him, but if not, it'd be a nice buffed stew. Nice buffed stew. I wonder if this matters. Let's do that there for the time being. Also, guys, the new bracket, command bracket, is available to peruse, and so is the. Oh, we're quick. She's never gonna lose those damage shields. This is great. So you can go there. And the December bracket's filling up quite nicely. So we're really happy with how that's working out. Oh, trigger on death. I should have killed that guy down here, because that's going to take a damage shield. And that's poop. Okay, so instead of taking a damage shield, let's block with a morsel. We'll take 1 damage, but we'll still get to eat him. Still poop, though. Might start up a lose condition accidentally. That's something that you kind of want to know about. Alright, this kills off all the backlines down at Penny. So that's perfect to once off do that. Also, Stubert can do that bit. There's only one of those available. Let's go ahead and take that. How's your internet been holding up, Teed? Sounds like a really harsh mechanic that game's got. Manageable is reasonable, yeah? And Thornfruit's so good. Might actually take capacity here. Because of the Thornfruit, we're already down one card, so we only need to get to 9. And then playing a Sting puts us, every turn puts us on +1, which is 6, so we have 7. So once we... And usually with Wildenton's cards, I find if you don't have any other draw in play, you can keep drawing short because you're not... Even if you make these cost 0, let's say you made them all cost 0, you need to draw them to play them to build your hand up. And if you don't have something to just sort of accelerate that and keep the hand size large, or if your deck gets too big, these are too few and far between. If we can keep the deck size down... we'll be able to rotate through these fairly quickly because the Stings will help out as well, and then we'll end up playing like 4 Stings in the last few turns of the game, or the fight, which is pretty good. I mean, or we could just win the game right now. Wow. Wow. That's nuts. Okay, let's do it. Hey Kizron, how you doing, man? Winning the game right now is good, yeah. I'm looking a bit better today. I still didn't go outside. Maybe like, I don't know. Is there a little pale? Yeah, a couple people mentioned that. It was kind of spooky, actually. Let's go here, get that health. We're gonna -1s on the spreading spores. I'm going to re-roll because we want to hit our basics. The double stack on the thing is nice, but we just don't care. The Wildwood Saps don't need to be double stacked since we're going to be spreading sporing it. Why did -1 sharpen? Because I'm an idiot? Okay. -1 on sharpen's good too, though. Oh man, So this is really interesting. You could go Architect and nah, we can feed. Oh, don't grow as fast. I think we're going to need that growth. Yeah, let's not do it. Glutton's fine. Don't fall for it, Panz. Don't fall for it. Oh, this guy sucks. I hate him. I'm okay with this. I think I am. I'm starting to wonder if I don't think I am. Yeah, that's a little hurtful. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Gonna get some health, so that's perfect. We don't have to worry about... Oh, we're still getting the Scourge cards though, but that... Why are you not getting... Oh, because of the healer? Jerkbird. What's more important? It's probably an equal split here. Because we want to get Penny, and this is kind of tough. We're deciding now between giving Penny morsels or giving her like power-ups, basically. It was definitely a greedy trial take, but we came out alright. Just because you don't deserve to make it. Nice. Oh, look at the Penny's so strong. It's ridiculous. Why did they... I can't believe they buffed her. I'm glad they did. It's going to help streaks, but... Honestly, Penny. Hey, Methos. How you doing, man? We just cash here? We're not going to be cannibalizing. Cash seems fine. Quick Penny. For the most part, that doesn't matter. If we got Trample, it'd be a big difference. You never know, we could get Trample Tome. Even then, not getting the spike hit first can be bad. Like you want to get that spike hit in until she gets to the point where she's super swole, in which then it doesn't even matter. Yeah, right. There'll be some fights we might choose not to play it, but there wouldn't be many. Alright, let's get some more -1s happening. Oh, there's a double stack. We can even hit that. And it's not super important, but you still take it when it's given to you. What have I done to you? You've already dumped 10 hours into Iratus. Wait, didn't you buy that like 12 hours ago? Maybe a bit more, like 16 hours ago or something? Did you not sleep, Katie? How good is it? It's good, isn't it? Close to 16 and you've put 10 hours in it. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I influenced. Me, this guy. Alright, Stuart's out. Here's this. Oh, we just get rid of the prism retrieval because the root seeds does something. Whereas that doesn't. Oh man, so I've got a great copy of Graveyard Keeper, which I haven't even claimed on my Steam account because I've got the old Humble Bundle subscription, which I wasn't going to renew. Except last year they changed it, and because I've got like a classic plan that you can't buy anymore, it's worth a lot more, despite the fact that I never play any of the games that I get. You know, so, but it's like I'm getting all this extra value, so I don't want to lose that because you can never get it back. But yeah, Graveyard Keeper's on there, and I was looking at that going, oh man, I almost want to start playing it and get the DLC, but I still haven't finished Stardew or My Time at Portia. All right, let it off your chest, Katie. What's bugging you about Iratus? And maybe we share some things, or maybe you're gonna like make me notice something I didn't notice that now will bug me. Can we do every floor units? I can, but I don't want to, and I don't need the money. No, let's just do it. The building system? Building system's pretty simple though, right? I think it's nice having the passive stuff. It definitely doesn't have the detail as Darkest Dungeon, but I'm glad it doesn't, because then because like we talked about it yesterday, when you do a dungeon in Darkest Dungeon, it takes, I don't know, however long it takes you to do a dungeon, whether it be 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 5 minutes, right? Because you can go out the back after every fight, if it was more complex like the Darkest Dungeon building system, you'd be forever checking it after every fight, and the game would take forever. Why do you have to create a zombie to upgrade your whatever building? Because I think if it was build any 4 units and put them in, that would be silly. Why even build units? It's only, I think that's only a hindrance the first time you play through, because for the most part you have the items. And I think at the higher levels, like the higher difficulty levels, when you don't get as many body parts, you might not be able to construct certain ones, so you kind of have to favor where they go. So it probably feeds into the strategy. But I think on the early difficulty levels, it does feel a little bit, why does it even matter? But I was watching Dolphin play one of the starts of his recent runs, and you just don't have that many body parts. So you might not have the correct resource, or you might want the zombie for your team, and you might not want to do it. Although I do get what you're saying. We can take the hit on the Animus. If we put this is funny. If we put spikes on Penny here, I think she dies because she takes 2, 4, 6, and 8. Yeah, so she dies. Unless I sting one first, in which case then she doesn't get to attack, and unless I made her quick as well. Hang on. If I sting one and make her quick, she takes 6 and 8, and then hits into that one with a lifesteal, but she wastes a lifesteal. Yeah, creating him out the back. I agree, that would be good. Because you have to go back inside, and you're like, which ones do I need? The only thing I found that I really didn't like is if I've got 2 units that I can make for one of the buildings, and I want to look at them, I look at the first one and I'm like, okay, it's a zombie. And then if I close the zombie one, it actually closes both windows, so I have to click on the building again and then see what the other unit is. I think that's just a user interface bug. I noticed that in my first, this is my first playthrough, Matt Ghost, and I went physical from as soon as I had 3 fights, and I'm like, I don't want to play stress on this one, I want to do physical, because enemies weren't dying. They were on 0 sanity, I was doing stress attacks, and they weren't dying. And they weren't even going, it's not like they weren't doing anything. They weren't going insane, and they weren't doing, what's the other thing they can do? I can never remember the word for it. Where they get all hyped up and do something else. They weren't doing that either. They were just doing nothing. Inspired, thank you. Inspired. They were literally doing nothing. It just wasn't triggering. And I'm like, okay. But the guys I was killing, so I was killing the guys with low health. Yeah, so I was killing the guys with low health. If I go first, we take more damage. So we're going to save the quick until maybe next time around. Let's see, so I do that. And yeah, I was using physical damage, physical attacks on guys with low health, and stress attacks for guys with low sanity, because I figured that kind of makes sense. This is Eratus, Lord of the Dead. Mumble and tumble. Yeah, so the Abomination can insta-kill anyone below stress, with low stress, so that's nice. But if you're doing, if you don't have the, it means you do have to forward plan to have the stuff. What's it called? Eratus's Wrath. If you're using that somewhere else, it's not good. She's fine with that. At 26, that's 75 damage. He's going to gain armor. So I actually need to pump up her damage. I would like to give Penny more morsels though, because obviously that... I'll give Penny a lifesteal morsel. And the lifesteal morsel can attack in there. Yeah, so I just started to go, I just thought, oh, it's my first time through, I'll build a physical damage team, because they're guaranteed to get the kill if something's on 0, or if something goes to 0 or less health. And I've noticed playing through, I'm like, oh, there's some units that you can't even stress kill, so you have to have some form of physical. And even though I'm pretty sure most units would have physical, it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Ah, interesting. Handful, idiot. Dang it. Does that go into my... Does that go into a consumed pile? It doesn't, does it? It does. Does the morsel from that just get wasted or does it get consumed? I would have thought it goes into your discard. Should have been better, hey? Yeah, so I saw Dolphins one after I'd started playing because I didn't want to go look at the strategy before I knew I was going to be playing it. I wanted to go in as... Like, I'd only seen a little bit of it, so I wanted to go in fairly blind. Okay, so she's good to kill all heavies from now on. So we feed Penny the morsels. And give Penny the spreading spores, because that's where... I guess that's where the bulk of the damage is going to be, but I still want to... Huh, you could go either way on who you give the damage to, I suppose. Still give it to her for now. Yeah, so if he knew he was going to be building that, like, he'd know what to build, right? Which is totally fine. Because I've said it'd be fun to do another build and go for the stress kill. But I would definitely do a little bit of research and work out what's the best way of doing it. You know, I don't want to sort of get 3/4 of the way through the game and just get wrecked because I went for a, you know, I've made bad choices because I'm unfamiliar with the game. Hey Drago, how you doing, man? Penny definitely gets the life steals. Here, have that, Penny. So I think this is where the stage where, do I want to be using root seeds? Not when they cost 1. So we want to get these to cost 0 so we can just play them. Because it's good extra damage throughout the waves. Although our waves are fine at the moment, so damage for Penny's worth more. And even though that draws a card, we can just feed the morsels, and I think that's better in the long run. I'm doing very well, thank you. I mean, so obviously running... Could you run a team that, like... I suppose you could. Are there units that have no physical damage? They only have stress and utility? Yeah, the brain system and the remaking of the team is one of the reasons that actually I don't mind how you have to manage the roster a little bit. Normally I don't engage in roster management games. It's one of the things that puts me off doing more Darkest Dungeon. I just don't want to manage the roster. I guess once you go here, once you get to this stage, you want to be putting the root seeds into Penny. And this doesn't matter except for drawing cards. Whereas, so losing a unit, even though you might lose some of the upgraded components, and maybe some trinkets, it's nowhere near as punishing losing a unit. I don't know, Drago. I can't think off the top of my head because I'm not familiar enough with the game. Yeah, dead. Nice. Okay. How much output are we doing? I should have destroyed my own... I don't know if I would have done it for that. Yeah, so we still want to zero out the root seeds so we can play them. But pretty much once our Animus gets to the point where she can finish off the waves... remember when we didn't take the spike thing? I still think it was probably the right deal. Thorn Fruit's doing I'm not going to take another one. That's fine. Wildwood? We don't have anything there. Healing's... Cavern is okay, but I think we go relics. We could probably remove... I got one more area to go to. Emblem or Shade Lamp? We can't have both. Shade Lamp means we can focus more in on our plant. And we could probably get rid of Shade Splitters then instead of Thorn. That really solves something for us. Nice. DD artificially inflates playtime by restricting teammates who have been to Darkest Dungeon already. Yes, and I think it's necessary, Matt Ghost. Because what would happen to majority of players, veterans would go differently though, is that you would take everyone to DD. You'd have a minimal roster, like subs, so you could swap out people when they get stressed and do a mission without them. You know, do it with your alternate and fix them up, and then just go back to Darkest Dungeon and focus on one team that would get two. Well, there's a level cap on them though, right? So it's not like they're going to get above max level. But then also, if you get partway through the campaign and you lose a couple of those guys for whatever reason, something bad happens, and that's the plan you've been taking, your campaign's over. So it does mean you do have to level other guys along the way. Which does... I wonder how much time it actually puts in there. Because you do need subs so you can alternate people out while you send them off to get their stress reduced. And that sort of levels the alternates as you go. Is there a mod that allows you to go back into Darkest Dungeon with characters? Because you can test that out then and see what the difference is. That would be a really interesting find. Just like a Final Fantasy game, it could auto-level as your main team progresses. So you're adding an auto-level as your main team progresses, that takes out the bit of the roster management, which is, in effect, the game itself. So that definitely makes the game easier and makes it take less time to get through, which puts the campaign a fair bit shorter. But that does change a lot of the game from what it is into a slightly different type of game. I mean, it's a valid complaint you have, but it definitely would be a different game without it. And it just sort of comes down to, one, is it within the vision of what the developers wanted? And two, how many people would enjoy that change more than the number of people that would not find the game as sort of strategy-ish, you know what I mean? Because you've now taken out a fairly big chunk of the strategy required to balance a bigger roster. You've like really simplified the game a lot. So how do they balance that? You can't make the dungeons really much harder because the dungeons are fairly balanced around the level of current characters. So all it really does is simplify the overarching strategy quite a lot. And like I said, I think some people would appreciate that, but I wonder how many more people would be like, no, I don't really like the game much now because I don't have to think. I can just take the same group of people and it really doesn't matter. I have seen the Darkest Dungeon 2 trailer. It'll be interesting to see what they do to it. Arcus with Harvest and Rally. It's not too bad for us considering we only have 3 units and I'm not playing one of them. We can't chump with morsels though. Alright, now we need to get Penny up sooner than later. I'm just going to give her the wildwood sap here. Phase doesn't matter there. Still no thorns. There we go. I mean, Animus technically is hanging out up here. There she goes. Hand is full. My hand is full. Alright, thanks for coming, Arcus. Just need to get a little bit more damage into her. She's not, you know, not quite killing. There we go. Good play. I don't think we have anything left that she can't kill, so there's no point putting any damage into her. Like, everything goes into him now. Into Penny, sorry, into her now. Oh noes. Arcus, whatever shall we do? You shall die. Oh wait, oh, I shall, oh. Nope. Not a thing. I need it. I wonder if this is capacity again. Like, yeah, okay. I'm sold. Could make an argument for energy, but I say just take -1s. Go see what's here. Okay. Yeah, feel strong. Feel strong. I don't think we need the 400 gold that bad. Hey, Sarge, how you doing? Just gonna sit on this one. I don't need to flex into a loss. Who are you? What have you done with Panz? Ideally, we need to kill this guy. Which, thanks to the magic of Sting and the police, we can do it like that. Pump as much damage into her first. And get some into Penny there. The wiki's not clearly worded. Yeah, sometimes that happens, especially when stuff gets done by external sources, right? We do, however, need to get more stuff. Let's go quick on that guy. Oh, check out these little champions. Oh, because we're quick. Oh, wow. Am I leaking because we're quick? Oh, that's bad. Need trample? No, I just needed to pay attention and not do that. Can I get there? It's so rude. Yeah, if I'd not played the quick, it would have been fine. It's okay, it's 10 health. I think we should be fine here. Can we pick up another spike? I'm still glad we have the thorn fruit, but it reminds me that we didn't take the hell pack. But now we just play. The plan was to play the spike as soon as we get it anyway. Now it's even more true. Vapor funnel. Split anvil doesn't do anything either? Wow. That's odd. We can let's re-roll here. Ooh, 2 damage shield. Each turn. Man, how badly do I play Chain of Gems? That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer that, chat. Chain of Gems with morsels is stupid good if streamer isn't a dunderhead. Oh my god, Panz said a bad word. Okay, so let's have a look at the final fight. So one of the issues is the fact that there's the multi-hitters every floor. So the morsel's never surviving. And we kind of want Penny to eat the morsels. But not taking 50 damage is also a pretty good thing. I just have to keep reminding myself about Chain of Gems. Is the spike bad? No. We've got a level 3 Gorger. The spike's good. I mean, everything's pretty good. And the spike is still probably the best card. Yeah. Penny her damage shields to stop from dying to this wave, which is amazing. We've got some damage up in here. Okay. You go there. You go there. Okay, so now we feed. It's not quite enough yet. Dang. Okay. So I need to get one more morsel into you. I really want to start getting the Animus up though to kill second heavies. Except second heavies don't come yet. So So being able to kill the Guildwing here was key. Oh man. Okay. I also want to play this stew. One, to get rid of it, but that means the morsels won't get eaten by her. It's a tough call then. Means I can focus morsels on Penny and just give her the other things. Okay, let's do this. Get rid of the stew. Look at that, so rough. Gems doesn't matter because we're eating all of these and they're double hit, so we'd lose a morsel. There's a morsel, and it doesn't matter now. Hey, Sparkle Crotch, buddy. Just Panz, please. How's your weekend going? I need to get this damage high enough. Yeah, I think I've said it a couple times in the past. That's okay, dude. No grudges, right? None. Well, maybe some, but not towards you. So because of the life steal, I'm going to put the damage in here. I don't get the morsels, but I just want to do as much damage to this one as possible. Just in case I don't get through another heavy, and I don't want to be... What's the better way of doing it then? Okay. There is no good or better way. There's no better way! Oh, I can kill it. May as well do it with that. Does putting the morsels up there do anything? That puts a little bit of damage in. Also puts the damage in down here because they go at the back. Hey Akka, you arrived! Boo! That's not too bad. It's not great. It's made worse by the fact that... Okay, we got under 80. Well under 80, so it's only 2 hits, but it means this one's leaking as well. One of the things that I could have done, and I think Stuart there could actually be the wrong thing. It meant I couldn't put any attack morsels up here, and attack morsels are 12 a turn for her. Like 12 damage. Or an attack morsel on a spike would have been some as well. Yeah, that's only 10. Yeah. Stewie in the back. That way any morsels I put down, because she doesn't really need the protection. She's not there to kill the boss, right? But I could have put, like, putting a morsel down, that increases her output by 15. Which is relevant. So it could be something like if the rest of the fights haven't been a slaughtering. Teed had to go. Teed came back. Oh, but he had to leave, and now he's back again. Yeah, so you should be dead. Idiot. It's very important to use emotes, I agree. How you doing today, Akka? Pains? Or should we say pains? It's number 6. I'm gonna need a piece of chocolate before we go for 7.